The Red Raiders get great news when it comes to retaining one of their own, as Christian Anderson is set to return to the 806 for his sophomore season. In today's video, we'll discuss what that means for the Red Raiders and how they can navigate the portal knowing they have their lead guard. Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's RC Maxfield here for the Back to 12 podcast, and I'm sure y'all can tell, but I'm excited as hell to have CA back. I truly believe Christian Anderson will be one of the top 5 guards in the Big 12 next season. And now you think about it from the perspective of Texas Tech, and we'll go more in depth here in a second with this. Now you can navigate the portal knowing, hey, we've got our guy when it comes to leading the backcourt. And for those that don't know, what wins in March? Elite guard play, and the Red Raiders retained one of the best in one of the best conferences in America in Christian Anderson. And damn it, if you're excited about that, all I'm going to ask you to do in this video is simply like the video. Okay, let's jump into it and get it on your screen. There it is. Pretty sweet graphic, I must say, by Texas Tech men's basketball there. And then you got Texas Tech Red Raider Athletics over there with the CA GIF reacting to it. This is all you need to know right here. He's all in. And this is huge on a multitude of levels for Texas Tech. First and foremost, it's huge just to retain your own, specifically your own from a team that, in my opinion, was a free throw or two away from making the Final Four, and who knows how things go there. But you keep, more importantly, one of the best guards and one of the best young guards in the country in Christian Anderson, a guy where you think about it, this time last year, he wasn't even a Red Raider. He was still committed to, well, Michigan, had just recently decommitted to Michigan, I should say, and was looking for a new home. Texas Tech swoops in. You knew he was talented. You knew he was going to have a really solid freshman season. But I think if someone told you that they expected what Christian Anderson to do as a true freshman, that was their expectation, they'd be lying to you. He absolutely came out and made a critical impact for Texas Tech, especially with some of the injuries that they had. He stepped up and was starting games in the NCAA tournament, something that most freshmen simply just don't do, right? And he did so at a high level. I can't get over how big of a deal this is for Texas Tech in the sense of, okay, now you can go into the portal if you're the Red Raiders and be very strategic in what you want. And it's no surprise that the Red Raiders have been with some of the names that have been linked to Texas Tech so far in the portal. And we'll have more videos here on the channel discussing that, and hopefully a commitment or two coming down the pipeline in the not too distant future for Texas Tech when it comes to another guard. But I digress on that front. What this means for Texas Tech, first and foremost, is you have objectively the most important position in basketball secured, right? Like, you have your lead guard. And simply put, as I mentioned a little earlier in the video, guard play wins in March, right? You retain a guy that was obviously one of the best freshmen in the Big 12, arguably the second best conference in America, if not the best when you look at overall winning percentage in the NCAA tournament, right? But then you go in and you look at, okay, how did he operate? Like, how did he really impact the games? And for those that watch Texas Tech basketball, you know, right? Again, he started multiple NCAA tournament games. Not to mention, he helped you damn near single-handedly stay in multiple games this year in the Big 12. Now, in the second year of his college career, first and foremost, you get a bag, young man. Congratulations. You definitely earned it, CA. But he also gets another year of development with arguably one of the best developers of guards in college basketball in Jeff Linder, right? That's huge for CA. And now he kind of gets the keys to the car where you had Elijah Hawkins, and rightfully so, he should have been the leader of the offense because he's one of the best passers Texas Tech has ever had. I mean, he does have the most assists in a single season, does EH. And now Christian Anderson, you can almost navigate this and go to how Texas Tech operated in the sense of like Keenan Evans, right? They're not the same player. I think Keenan Evans is one of the best Red Raiders Texas Tech has ever had on the hardwood, right? But Christian Anderson is one of those guys where you can build around him, much like you did with Keenan Evans, except elevated now. And what do I mean by elevated? I can promise you this. Texas Tech is going to go out and they are going to surround Christian Anderson with shooters, okay? That's what they're going to do. Simple and plain. They're going to go out and they're going to try and go get guys that first and foremost can shoot the lights out of the ball and then are solid defenders as well. There's multiple guys that they're already targeting in the portal that meet that criteria, right? If you surround a guy like Christian Anderson with multiple shooters that can make a high-level impact, not only on the offensive end, but be versatile on the defensive end, I think he got something there. And by the way, CA is not just one-dimensional. I think people really look at his offensive game and just get wowed, which they should. He's a hell of a freshman season in terms of the offensive side of the floor. But on the defensive side of the floor, he was hooping a little bit when it came to the NCAA tournament. I look at the Drake game, what he did against Arkansas in the second half, like really helped out on the defensive end of the floor. Is he an elite defender? No, but I think he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. But the biggest thing, again, objectively for Texas Tech with the retainment of Christian Anderson in the Texas Tech program is the fact now you can go out in the portal and be like, hey, this is going to be your guard. Who wouldn't want to play with Christian Anderson? Am I right? You think about a guy that can give you 30 one night, right? As he develops, obviously his career high is 22. But he can go and give you 30 potentially, but also have 10 assists. He navigates the pick and roll well, which we all know that Grant McCasland wants his lead guard to do. And now you can go out and surround him with multiple shooters, multiple athletes, and hopefully you can retain others from this past season's team because, again, this was one of the best teams in Texas Tech program history, and you retain one of the best players with eligibility left, right? I mean, Christian Anderson was damn near at the top of the list in terms of guys you wanted to bring back. Now, Texas Tech was at a luxury position in terms of there were multiple guys with eligibility left. Some of them will come back, right? But also they had high-level guys. And Christian Anderson is obviously one of them. He is a guy that I am uber excited about to see in year number 2 of, well, his development in college, in year number 3 of the Grant McCasland era. And again, I can't overstate this. Like, I think it's pivotal for Christian Anderson that he came back in the sense that now you have Jeff Linder for 2 seasons in a row. I think it's going to escalate him to be one of the best guards in college basketball, let alone the Big 12. And I think we're talking about a guy in the preseason where I don't think he's going to get this, and I don't think he's going to get a lot of love for it, but he has a chance to be in the Big 12 Player of the Year race because of the skill set that he has and how it's going to be developed out in the 806. Again, huge news for Texas Tech as Christian Anderson announces he will be back for year number 2 of his college career out in the 806. It was something that was imperative, in my opinion, to have him come back. I think it's imperative not only just from, having a talent like that, but as I've mentioned a couple times now, roster construction. Now you can go out and you can target multiple guys and you know who the guard is and you can pitch that to guys in the portal as well. It's a great day to be a Red Raider, especially when you can have a talent like that as your lead guard. All right, that's going to do it. Again, if you're excited about CA coming back to the 806, all I'm going to ask you to do is like the video. And, hey, might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Like the video for CA, and then also like the video if you want 100% free Texas Tech content all year long, whether it's on the hardwood, the gridiron, or in the portal for both football and men's basketball. We've got you covered right here on the largest group of Texas Tech fans on YouTube, almost 12,000 strong. Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Come join the Back to 12 squad today. I'm RC Maxfield reminding you, as always, stay safe in Reckham Tech.